Okay, so today is just very, very short sharing, but very, very important. So when we talk about forgiveness, there's two qualities that's very important. So one of the quality is having the courage, to see, to see, to face ourselves, to face our fears, to face our trauma, and also to face our, what I always like to say, what I always like to call them, our ugly ducklings. So what are ugly ducklings? Ugly ducklings are, I refer them as ugly ducklings. So they are our flaws in our character. Maybe you are stingy. Maybe you have done something bad in the past. Maybe you are selfish. Maybe you feel that you are easy to get angry. All these flaws in our characters. Actually, all defilements. So, in order to move on, in order to purify ourselves, and we need the courage to face ourselves. Because if we don't even have the courage to face ourselves, then what is there to talk about? Purification is there to talk about, right? I think this is probably in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, or I think probably in psychology. There's something called selective memory or something like that. So that means that sometimes there's some things that the mind doesn't want to see, doesn't want to know. So they selectively forget about those things. For example, you're indulging in some things, you keep indulging. You know that it's wrong, but your mind doesn't want to feel that it's wrong. Your mind doesn't want to, face the truth. So, our mind will the mind will trick itself into forgetting it, or just not paying attention to the immoral side of that thing that you're indulging in, like that. So memories also like that. Then some things that we do also like that. And some of the things that we say, some of the things that we think also like that. So sometimes for some people a very common mental trait. But when we have this kind of trait, then actually the defilement is there, but it's just that we don't see it. Okay, unless we go through some reflections, or unless we muster up the courage to really face those ugly side of ourselves, like that. So we need to have courage in order to purify ourselves, okay, and to be able to go into deeper levels of forgiveness and understanding, like that. And then the next quality that we need is integrity, or what I like to say, uprightness, which means that if something is wrong, that means it's wrong, okay? Or if something is unwholesome, right and wrong is sometimes very subjective, okay? So I would like to say wholesome and unwholesome, because we as Buddhists, we look at things from the perspective, not only from right and wrong, but fundamentally, we also look at things from wholesomeness and unwholesomeness. Okay, that's also part of the considerations, not only just right and wrong. Okay, but right and wrong is because they're concepts, so they're very, very subjective, and they change according to the times. They change according to fashion. They change according to society. They change according to as time progresses, right? But one thing that never change is wholesomeness and unwholesomeness. Wholesome mind and unwholesome mind. All right. So when we have the courage, we should also have this. I think it comes as a pair also. This courage and integrity. So when we have the courage, then we should also have the quality of integrity to be able to really look at ourselves and say, hey, this is something unwholesome. This is a cause of suffering for myself. And when we can do that, if you have the mental strength to do that, if you have the mental integrity to do that, then actually, congratulations, you have gone to the first step to forgiving and letting go and transcending bad deed or that unwholesome mental trait. Okay? So, courage and integrity or uprightness, or that means being true to judging ourselves, whether it is wholesome or unwholesome. These two qualities are very, very important for us, because only with this, then we can know where we can change. Right? If we don't even have the courage to face our inner ugly ducklings, then we don't even know where to change. Some people say, "Oh, I think I have already done everything I can. I think I'm very I think there's nothing wrong. Maybe it's just my karma is not right or something like that." But actually, sometimes not like that. Sometimes maybe our mind is hiding something because we don't want to see it. Right? Okay. So that is why the Buddha in the Dhammapada says, in one of the Buddha's teaching, it says, to be able to see one's fault, or if you have somebody who is able to point out your fault, you must treat it like a treasure. Yeah, because only when we see the faults, only when we see the unwholesomeness, only when we see the causes of suffering, then we can transcend and get over them. Right? If you don't even know where is your enemy, then what is it? But your enemy is somewhere, doesn't mean that you have no enemy. But if we don't even know where is the enemy, how to purify, right? Like that, huh? So courage and integrity, means being true to ourselves is very, very important. So hope all of you can try to develop these two qualities. Okay? Okay, so that's the sharing for today. Let us share merit.